and fives, and
Just like
Shane
Shane.
get up there like a run of one. You know, he could do the same exact thing.
See how fat he hit it, and he drew it with
Wow,
spin.
that's a legal break.
You see with the
Oh,
no, that's still legal. That
still
was,
legal, yeah. Oh, it's a legal break. Shane didn't notice it.
No, he got 2 points, but nothing else went up there. That was a legal break, but we're
Wow.
not in the game. We can't say anything. Or maybe Shane just like go ahead and shoot. Maybe he's not even thinking about it. He just go ahead.
I don't know.
Um,
I can't. Shane is usually, he never will let you get away with that. That's kind of surprising me right now.
yeah.
And you know that actually happens a lot more than people think with this way the 3-point rule is. You guys, the players are so in the zone they don't even realize that they do it, and then they think that you're cheating or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like Dennis probably didn't even notice it.
More tips. We
Is he
will
talking
work
about
on it.
the combo deal?
Yeah.
That's just something I learned when I watched. I was watching Jeremy. He was commentating for Josh Filler and Ko Pin Yi in the out in Vegas. I think it was the U.S. Open Tin Ball or something, or some tournament, or the World Tin Ball, the World Predator Tin Ball, I think.
Yeah.
And I kind of learned a little something there when, because I've always thought, throw a little bit of spin on the ball to make the combo cut or whatever, but that's not the way it works.
See, I've always been like a center bowl kind of guy, so.
Oh, wow.
But I'll tell you what.
Man, Dennis he's just getting up there and just, he's not playing like Dennis right now.
Yeah.
And this is almost the same thing as what has happened in the 10-ball match that they played a couple, 8 months ago?
Yeah.
They,
It's been longer than that.
It might have been about a year ago.
Oh, it's been a year, I bet, because me and Alex played after them, and that was before COVID when me and Alex played.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, it was a while
It's been
ago.
a year at least, but, Dennis.
This is kind of this is a tough little bank to stiffen up. I don't know how long this table's
playing safe. I don't think. Oh, no, he can bank it.
Oh, okay.
He can bank it. I
With
should have.
Wow, he put a
nudge.
Yeah.
But Dennis had a good chance this game. I mean, he got what he was needing. He missed the one ball, but it went 2 rails up in the other corner, and he had a chance to get out.
But you can look at Dennis right now sitting in his chair, man, and he literally looks like he's sweating. Which,
he really looks down on himself.
Yeah.
Really.
Which it's easy to do that. I mean, he's missed a 9-ball today.
He's missed some.
That
balls.
9-ball was kind of crucial, really. I think if he makes that 9-ball, Shane ended up making a 9-ball to that tough 9-ball back, but that 9-ball, I think Dennis should have just took his time just a hair longer, and he's just going to gin everything.
Yeah, Shane probably wouldn't have ran 4 or 5 from there like he has been.
Oh, he got a perfect angle, too. Roll it down. Oh, he might have to draw to the rail. Yeah, he decided to draw to the rail.
And you know what's in the back of Dennis's mind, and you know what he's thinking, man, hurry up and get to 60 so we can get this break.
Yeah.
And that might be why he hasn't taken the bathroom break.
Yeah, or something, but man,
because
he's going to have to do something.
He's thinking Shane's already this close to 60.
Oh, what's happening here?
Nah, he's good. He's thinking
Well,
Shane's
I didn't know
already,
how fast this table was. I thought I was just going to keep on scooting.
Oh, yeah. He's thinking Shane's already this close to 60. Just get there. I'll take my medicine. I'm down 17. I can do the same thing to you after the 30-minute break.
And you know what's crazy, too? I can almost bet everybody that when this break happens, Shane's probably going to go over there and sit down, and Dennis is probably going to hit balls.
Well, yeah, because he hasn't hit any.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly right. Dennis hasn't really hit no balls, and that's just the type of dude Dennis is anyway.
Well, there it goes.
Score is now 57-43. Got to see how Shane's got the focus on this sound too. Like me and Skylar's been kind of talking a little. That sound is big. Yeah, now that had a good sound.
Good. He
that
clipped
sounded,
the ball. He clipped the ball. That's why he almost crashed. But he still hit it not as good as he could.
But the sound was real almost like
More solid.
It's
is the word.
exactly.
It's not that he wasn't hitting the other one solid. It's just
it like when you hit him bad though, it almost sounds like a dud. You know what I mean?
It doesn't sound
have
like you hit
a
him solid, but
yeah,
you do.
Yeah, you do, but it just doesn't have that. And if you're a pool player, you know what sound we're talking about.
Yeah. Or if you're not a pool player and we tell you, that one's good and then one's bad, if you pay attention to the difference in those, if you don't know the sound of it, then you'll eventually start hearing the sound. You'll
and that
know.
sound has a lot to do with almost every shot in pool. Bank shots.
He got a lot out of that.
Yeah, he did get a lot out of that. But when you have to stun a ball instead of playing it to the rail, there's that sound. It's a real soft, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain, but like Skylar said, we'll just keep pointing that out to everybody, because when I play, I know when I'm in dead stroke and playing real good and stuff, like, that sound's a big deal. I'm sure that it is to a lot of the pool players, because I'm a field player, so. He said Shane will make you want to quit pool and sell insurance. Yeah. Look at that shot. It's a good shot. Pretty natural, though. Just kind of let his stroke out. Well, Shane's after he sinks this 9, he'll be 2 games away from taking our break.
And what,
here.
he drew around for the 9? Did he draw it?
No, he just used natural, just the rails. Just let his stroke out with the little,
I turned my head for 1 minute and missed it. But I was just going to say, if he did draw, I was going to say, if y'all don't know Shane, if you ask him what his best shot is, or stroke or whatever, he'll tell you it's his draw. So if he can draw the ball, you can bet that he's drawing the ball.
See, that one right there didn't have that sound that we were talking about. Had more. It was real loud. And the balls didn't react right at all. And you see where Whitey is, and
he missed the 1.
Yeah, he missed the 1. I don't even know what ball he made.
It had to be I'd say it's the wing.
I couldn't even tell. He hit him real hard there rather than hitting him with like a sweet stroke.
Yeah.
Smooth stroke,
Which the way things are rolling too, what's wrong with Shane just smacking this ball? Because it might probably go. You know what I mean?
Man, he's took a. Does anybody know what the score was last set when Shane played him the 10 ball? If anybody knows,
I think Shane won by like 25 or something.
Hey, was it more than that? I think
120.
it was more than that.
Billy? What did Dennis have?
I want to say Dennis only had
80
like
something,
80 or barely over 80 if he had 80. Look, he's going to push out and give Dennis a chance at it, I think.
No, he ain't giving him a chance.
He ain't going to give him a chance at it.
I don't think he hit it hard enough.
I don't think he did either. What do you do here? Is he going to jump it?
No, he didn't get where he wanted.
I think he was trying to give Dennis a chance at it, though, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I believe so. And that's one of them shots we were talking about. I think he was just playing the 9, just trying to hit the 9.
Yeah. Dennis got his hat looking like Steve Urkel.
We were talking last night. They were saying he looks like a 4-year-old kid. You know, you see the little 4-year-old with their dad or something? They got
with the little flat bills.
They got it straight sideways and stuff.
Yeah. He needs a pair of Converse.
Yeah. So Dennis really needs this. You know, I mean, Shane needs 2 games before the break. Dennis, I mean,
How long's the break, they say?
30 minutes.
30-minute break?
Yeah. He really needs to pull try to get like within 12. You're down 15 right now. Try to cut it as much as possible. If you can get within 12, that's better than 15.
It ain't lying. Dennis just better hope he don't get down about 20. Because then that's just hard to come back from.
Yeah, it really is.
You
It hurts
no matter
you.
how long the race is, that's just down 20 games to a guy like Shane is just kind of, I mean, it's not unreasonable. It's happened. But, I mean, it's definitely hard.
It hurts.
I mean, Dennis ain't even getting all the way down on his cue.
Yeah, he's trying to find a rhythm. It looks like he's playing faster. But it hurts you when you're down. It hurts your soul because you're down that much.
Yeah.
And the guy up is he's practicing.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
practicing.
much.
He's going to play his best pool because he's so far up.
For sure. Yep, he definitely is.
So, there we go. Dennis, 44. Shane, 58.
I'm pretty sure the score was
120 to 85.
Yeah, I just got a text too.
Yeah,
We both got
people letting
text.
us know.
Yeah, but hell, I mean
Thanks, guys.
that's actually a big win. I mean, honestly.
Won by 35.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But even then, though, if you get down 15, 20 games, it's so hard to come back on a guy like Shane or, any top player like that, especially with as good as his break is and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Skylar are dancing in the booth right now, just so y'all know.
Yeah. There should be a camera in here.
Yeah. Oh, Sergio.
Oh, yeah, we was talking about what you could do on your break. You guys, I mean, you can do the WAP at home while you're on break.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. And that's all I see. I watch them TikTok videos, just watch because they're funny. And
Now the one's going to
all these people doing all these dances, they do the WAP and all that stuff. Like, what the heck is this?
Well, I mean, I just can't believe this song's like, if you listen to this song on the radio, all you hear is bleep.
Yeah.
Because they can't say it.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they can't even, it's like, why is it? And then you got little kids jamming out to this song.
Jamming out. They know every word.
Yeah. Well, they bleep it.
They bleep it out. I think he can hit this ball with spin, though, and spin between the 9-4.
He might really be able to lock him up right here.
Go between the 9-4 and get behind the 6
Yeah.
of the 2. He's got a lot of blockers here. The 9-3, the 6-2. Oh, he hit that bad. But he's got a lot of blockers, like I said. He might be behind the 3. And
can we get it? We ain't got no other view, do we?
well, let's
The
see
side
from the
view.
side. Let's see if we can tell. See from
Aight.
here, it looks like you can see the edge.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and go back this way to see, make sure.
Yeah. He definitely can see it, but I don't know what he can do with it. He's in a tricky spot.
Oh, he could hit a lot of it.
How good did he hit that ball? I'm talking that shot is so hard from where he was at right there.
Yeah, without double kissing it
Yeah.
and killing the cue ball that much.
A lot of times on that shot, you double kiss it and scratch dead in the corner.
Yeah.
And, then you're like,
I mean,
should've done something else.
I mean, that was literally
He just got up there and two-stroked it.
so close. He had to just miss the double kiss.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
to have. And that's not like Dennis to miss a kick like that.
No.
That's
Dennis
not.
it was crazy. Last time in the match when I was there and Dennis and Shane played, Dennis had 4 different pool sticks put together.
Yeah, he's shaking his head now and rubbing his head.
I'm sure he can't wait for this break.
You know what's funny? I mean, you're down 14 now, and you're. I mean, we're pool players. We know what he's thinking. He's thinking, "Let me get to this break."
Mm-hmm. He needs Shane to miss a duck or something. You know what I mean? He needs Shane to miss a ball that's gonna
Make him
that
scratch
Shane don't ever miss.
Make him scratch his head just for
Yeah.
something, for nothing out of nowhere.
Yeah, or miss an easy save, anything, any type of, anything that could just stop Shane. But it's hard because Shane don't really do that often. Oh, shoot.
So it looks like Shane's going to pull within one to get to the break.
Now what do you do here, Skylar? Do you play the rails and come out?
Yeah, I come 2 rails, just a middle table, leave yourself a little angle on the 7, and come back across for the 9. Oh, he's going all
might
the
have
way.
crushed that ball.
Yeah, I think he did. He's going to have to shoot it on the side.
Yeah, he's playing short side.
Oh, no.
That's why I didn't know if he should just come out one rail there, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I think you got to
I
come
like the
2.
2 rails for sure, but I think he just overhit it.
You know, you're just talking about that one hiccup from Shane. Shane's up there talking to himself right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is something that Dennis needs. This is, any kind of little minor error that Shane ain't never supposed to make is what Dennis is hoping for right now, thinking in his mind.
He just lined up like he poked the table a couple times like he was trying to go 2 rails under the 7 and back out. And shoot
Which
the 7
is
back
weird,
up
though,
here.
Huh?
Yeah, I would have done
I
that.
wouldn't have done
I would have just
like
played
you.
it 2 rails up kind of right above the 9 and cut the 7 in and come back across, shut the 9 in the bottom left corner here.
See how Shane's taking his time, though. He knows this is one of what we were just talking about, one of them little minor mistakes that he's not supposed to make. So, I mean, he's probably most likely going to recover from it, but you never know. This ain't an easy shot.
He hit it fat.
Yeah, he missed it. That's what we were just talking about, Skylar. This is what Dennis needs. But Dennis needs to take his time, though. Look how, he's.
I'm telling you,
see how he's
thinking
just
about,
hopping down, though?
He's thinking about the break. He wants out of this. He wants to go to the break.
I don't know. That's just Dennis, though.
But he's down. He's taking more time on the shot, though, now that he's down.
He is.
But to get.
That's what I'm saying, man. He needs to.
Yeah.
He's just hopping down there. He's not playing like Dennis normally plays. He's not even going to look at the ball. He's not doing, you know what I mean?
He halved it because he rushed down on the ball, but he took his time on when he was down.
Exactly.
Instead of taking his time to look at it and then take his time when he's down.
Yeah.
It's little things like that. You don't want to change stuff. The harder shot, take just a hair more time to look at it.
Is Earl Strickland watching right now?
Oh, Shane almost scratched right there.
Is that Earl watching, Skylar? Is that what it says in that comment right there?
It does say Earl Strickland. He did say side pocket.
Yeah, Earl, you don't shoot him in the side. We don't want to hear it, Earl.
All right.
Wow. Dennis really needed that game right there.
Yeah, that was his one chance.
Yeah, he should have bared down and focused on that, on focus on making that ball.
So Dennis making a mistake there. I'd like to say Shane's going to get a good break here after Dennis missed his opportunity. Normally is a few game swing anyways.
There goes the 9. Oh, it's hanging.
And that rack sounded a lot better.
That did sound a lot better. And look how the balls reacted.
Might be a short game, 4 or 5 9.
This guy said not the real Earl.
No, but it's funny you did say side pocket.
Yeah, Earl don't shoot him in the side, so I know that wasn't Earl.
Well,
I mean, he might, but when he practices, he don't. Earl said it ain't Earl.
Earl's. So.
Well, it looks like we're about to have a 5-9 combo. Unless he's going to make it past it.
The 9 looks like it's laying pretty good in front of the hole. I'd say he's going to play the combo. Shane's good at combos also, so I really think he will shoot it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
all right,
this
guys.
is Skylar Wood or Shane Van Boening taking the score to 60-44.
Boy, oh my gosh. I mean, he's at what are we at? 27-4 for the day, Billy? I'm sorry, 23-4. That's crazy. I mean, he is in a different world of focus right now. And here we go. We're back from break.
Shane is back at the break, and one in the side is textbook.
Automatic. Oh, he got kicked in, Billy.
And he kind of glazed off that. He's going to be very disappointed about that.
Yeah, he's mad at himself.
And I tell you what, what I did notice is, and I talked to Billy Thorpe before as soon as he got out, he said, I called it. I said, Dennis just jumped up on the table. Shane's sitting there. He's waiting. They don't want to break. They'd like to do this. They'd like to run this thing all the way out. But you know what? We have to have scheduled breaks and forgive the cause. It has to happen. They have to be scheduled. But
all right, guys. So Dennis with an opportunity here, right back from break to. He's got to come together, and you guys saw him practicing almost that entire break. I mean, as soon as it was done, just like Billy said, he jumped right up on the table and started going. All right. We can sit here and say, what has to happen. Dennis knows what he needs to do here. He needs to put as many packs together as he can, play some lockup defenses, and just try to pick away at this lead right now. I mean,
yeah, well, I can tell you right now, he's just saying, I need to stay on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got some makeup work to do for today, and trust me, if anybody in the business is going to be able to do it, it's him.
Right. Well, he just got that one there, so – LA, you're right. 73% of the time. How strong is that? All right, so Dennis gets that one.
Yeah, big shout out to all that's on the text out there. Where you from, man?
Yeah, where are you guys watching?
Give a shout out while we're on.
I've seen Earl in there. I've seen Efren in there. Come on, guys.
Shane Van Boening.
I play good.
I play good. Hey, we were laughing earlier. Something that we would love to do is get some of the best comments.
Put them up for a vote, and
yeah.
Whoever wins best comment, man, next event we do, we'll send you out a free pass. How about that?
You know what? How about that? Let's just say it right now. We're going to go back through this. We're going to spend some time after this. From right now, day 2, game 60. We're going to go ahead and give a free pass for the best
comment.
Best comment out there.
And we'll put it up for a vote for everybody. All right, so Dennis, to break here, rack 106. In this 3-day event, it's going to be a race to 120.
One in the side, textbook.
Yep, and that 2's coming around the same spot. Came a little further off the rail.
Oh, my. That is
I don't think it goes past it. He's going to have to lock him up here unless – I don't
he's
think
smiling, but I don't think he's smiling at that.
Billy, I think it goes.
Does it?
I think it does. Oh, maybe not. I thought that until he shook his head. All right, we got the break room in Duluth. Justin, you're right, man. This chat group, this is probably the best chat group we've had definitely in a while for sure, if not the best of all time. So we got somebody watching from Mexico. What's going on, R. Klein? 11.
Hey, Mark, can you pronounce that?
Pronounce what? The city in Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Cuernavaca.
Oh.
That's right down the street from that other place.
Yeah, I got
Yes, sir. I'm in there. Good old Mississippi checking in with Chase. What's going on? Guys, I'm going to jump out of the booth here. We've got another probably best commentator. Okay, I'm going to say it. Best commentator in the business, Mr. Jeremy Jones. You guys enjoy. Thanks, Billy.
We'll see you shortly, Mark. How you doing, Jeremy?
Good, Billy. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing good, man. We're kind of getting a little live with the people in here.
Well, that's a nice hit there. Is he going to get any reward? Yeah, he lucked the 6 in. And that's, kind of like why I like the rules that they're playing, regular 9-ball rules. Of course, you never play call shot in 9-ball, rarely anyways. But 10-ball plays a lot of it.
Right.
I still like the luck factor of kicking. I think one foul's a little strong for call shot. Too easy to snooker a guy, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, so me and Mark, we were just talking with the chat earlier, and we were saying, we had a lot of good comments, and we said we're gonna give a free pay-per-view for the best comment out there.
Oh,
They've had some awesome ones.
well, that's great. Now, is he going to lay him down behind the 8 here, probably?
It's looking
With the
like
cue ball?
a 2 rails or one.
Yeah, he can. If he's real comfortable, that's what he does, because he can
Man.
bank the 2 up table, and look, if it gets away from him, he probably doesn't leave a shot. And you can be more aggressive with the cue ball. If you're not feeling it, or like maybe the table you're not comfortable with, you just lay him on the rail behind the 8 and the 3, and you put the 2 on the side rail.
Yeah, that was a huge shot.
This is
man.
going to
That
end
was a
up
great
nice.
kick.
This is going to end up, no, came out straight. That ball had a little side spin. But a lot of work for Shane, though. Yeah, it seems like the place is doing well, the pool room here. Everybody seems to be having a great time.
Oh, they're in tune.
Hopefully the viewers are enjoying themselves as much as the people on hand here at Bill's Billiards and Bar here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's been a great venue. The staff up here has been amazing. They're keeping up with all the people up here, and
Yeah.
fans from all around. So awesome.
Speaking of feeling good, the guy at the table is feeling pretty good.
Ooh.
Whether he really shows it, which is one of his strongest suits, he never really gets ahead of himself. But to hit the 2 ball like that, to kill it from some distance, and probably shooting to probably just a portion of the pocket here on the 3. You see that where he hit that on the upside of the
He
pocket,
did do
so
that.
he's feeling pretty good.
He split the pocket on that too.
Yeah, he gets this off the rail easily when you're feeling good. And that's the other thing too, Billy. You don't let it get away from you. So everything's flowing pretty well for SVB.
Things are looking good. Maybe 2 rails back around.
Yeah, for sure. Now it goes a little faster, in my opinion, towards the 8 here, this table. And when I say a little, I mean it's just a little.
Yeah.
But when a table's fast, you got to, a little is a lot, kind of.
Well, some of the things he's very tuned in tonight, and I know that he went and got some practice earlier on some tighter pockets, but he's played phenomenal.
Well, he played a long race to 40 yesterday where, in my opinion, and I think he got, when we talk about the easier shots to start with, rolls you might say, or just tougher starting shots, he got the worst of it yesterday and really only lost by 3 games.
Right.
So he's got to feel pretty good mentally. And then the most amazing thing is, before we started our match this morning, he was here practicing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he said, well, when we booted him to play the team match, he said, well, where can I go to practice? And that was at, some 10:30 this morning. So
yeah, actually, he came in here. I'm not even sure if he knew that the team matches was coming in. He came in to practice.
Yeah,
and,
he thought he had a little time more.
Yeah, he thought he had a couple hours, and when it was like, hey, we need some practice, he was like, where we go from here?
Yeah, well, that I'll tell you one thing. I'm not sure what the rules on some tournaments are, but he's getting a lot of play in with this cut break. So everybody says Shane Van Boning's just the 10-ball break really carried him into all those wins. But, of course, he's won 5 9-ball championships,
Yeah,
U.S. Open 9 balls. And then, again, also what he does in these types of matches, no matter what the format is. Now, Shane's got 61, so that score hasn't been adjusted yet.
Well, I got it right here. I'm going to go ahead and refresh. So we are at 61.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay. This one's sitting at an odd angle. You know, you would think you come 2 rails real easy here, but this ball's sitting deep. So you may see him pull this 1 rail towards the 3 with the cue ball. That's the safest way to play it like that. When it's sitting deep like that, instead of fooling around trying to catch that point just right coming off the 2 and go back and forth with high in between the 7 and 8 with the cue ball, you know, don't take any chances.
Right. That's a jewel.
Yeah, and Shane's thinking well also, which is usually the case.
You know, and he hit that kind of strong. That was the first thing that I thought is I'm going to pull it past the side pocket.
Well, I think he probably played to hit the second rail, to be honest with you. Yeah, that way he doesn't have to make that in-between stroke. And a lot of times when you try to hold it, you don't hit the ball as well, like trying to kill it, you know. And it can get away from you. And if he landed on the rail shooting this 6, well, that could be real problems. But when you're feeling good, you know, you make sure you're coming away with a shot to shoot more than trying to make up for something on the shot before, you know.
Absolutely. So. Well, man, I tell you what, I appreciate the time in here with Jeremy. I'd love to chat it up with you all day. We got Sky. He's over here chomping at the bit to get in.
Yeah, he's in stroke in the booth, huh?
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to step on out. Sky's coming
Billy.
in. I appreciate you.
All right, Shane Van Boening again in a great position to mark the score on his side for what will be the 25th time today in day 2. Pretty amazing. And the amazing part about it is really what he's been able to keep Dennis from doing. And now joined by 2-time Moscona Cup MVP, reigning 2-time Moscona Cup MVP, Skylar Woodward. Sounds good. Like to hear more of it.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, go ahead and say 3 times, Jeremy. Go ahead and say 3. Nah, I'm just kidding. Who knows? I just want to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever else happens, happens. But all right, Shane doing Shane, right?
Yeah, right. Me and Billy were talking, like, you know, long race, the rolls will even out, and today, you know, the few things that has happened has went Shane's way, and the breaks he has hit bad, he has went his way. But he's hitting them good like he was yesterday, and they're just they're coming out, they're working out the right way.
Well, his more consistent break, now that doesn't mean necessarily the same shot every time, but hitting the rack the same every time.
Right.
And getting that power that Dennis doesn't seem to get into the rack. He gets way more power into that cut break than Dennis does. And
I was telling Billy, this break, I figured out it's not about the speed. No. You can get so much action out of this break. This
connection,
break
right?
is it's a stroke shot.
Right.
You've got to have a good follow through. You can't like just try to pound it and all that. I mean, you can pound it, hit in the same spot. I'll bet you don't get the same
travel on the object balls.
You need a good. Right. I mean, you need a good like follow through, a good stroke, and then the balls just like you get 4 or 5 balls to go up in the kitchen. You never question getting three points.
Well, like, that's almost like the 10-ball break in my opinion. It's same theory. Really, that follow through. I think the guys that really follow through all the way.
Yeah.
Now it's not a stroke as much like you're talking about, but the follow through really makes a big difference on the 10-ball break. The action you get on the rack for some reason, and helps miss hits too, right? Like when you're off a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But what I see this as, and not to take it the wrong way, I don't mean it badly in any kind of way, is, you know, when you make a game, like say one pocket or whatever, make a game with a guy, and it's a tough game both ways, of course. But if one guy wins, he's capable of winning 10 games that day for some reason. But when the other guy wins, he only wins a few. Well, it kind of feels like that to me in this situation. Like you were talking about, if Shane starts off with the better looks, what's going to happen, and gets more shots after the break, what's going to happen in comparison to what happened yesterday for Dennis? Because I said it earlier. I mean, an honest overlook of yesterday was that they both played great. Just Dennis came away with more shots after the break and easier shots.
Exactly. That's what we were saying. And Shane's first couple outs he made or whatever was really tough today. But when he made those, me and Billy were talking about like his that could boost his confidence, right out of the gate. And then all of a sudden he ran 4. Dennis got a shot. Shane won a game, ran 4 more. I mean, he's won 10 games now, and Dennis won 1. And he shot 1 time,
Yeah, and that's another thing that, I think Shane, I always said I think he has the strongest mind in pool that I ever seen, and there's a lot of strong minds, but his is way up there. And but he evaluates real well. Like, I don't think he was that upset about yesterday. Now, the score maybe he felt with a few things changing, but like I said, he was breaking pretty good, really didn't miss any easy balls. He made one.
Yeah.
He made a couple mistakes with the cue ball yesterday.
Right.
And he scratched with, on that 2 ball one time. That was early, but a huge shot.
And we were talking about you could really hear, like, the sound of the rack when he hits it, if he hits it good or not. And like that one, you notice where the cue ball come down. And if you listen to it, it really
it sounded funny.
Didn't sound like the way.
It's almost like a 9-way combo.
Yeah, like the way it was supposed to, right.
Kick.
Sound like you could actually, all balls are froze, but it really sounded like you could hear all balls hit each other.
Exactly.
Instead of it just sounding real solid and all the balls just exploding like when you hit it good.
Yeah, the balls, you get the most out of it.
Right.
Just like when you make a good stroke, right? You get the most out of the cue ball. That's all.
Oh yeah.
So.
And what was the score when they started back up? It was 60 to
43. Is it? Yeah,
44 or 43?
43, I believe. It might have been 44, but I thought it was 43. 43.
So
no, that's not. No, it was 44. You're right.
Yeah. So Dennis, since he come back, he looks a little more confident. But earlier he was just getting down on the ball, hitting it. When Shane got within close to 60, it's like Dennis was like, well, I'll just take my 17 games down or whatever. And go on the break. I just got to get to this break.
Yeah, well, he practiced during the break.
Yeah, and Billy called it. He said, "Oh, Shane's going to sit there, and Dennis is just going to hit balls." But Shane feels good. He don't need to keep hitting balls. He needs probably that 30-minute break.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about hitting balls. He was mentioning it to a couple people earlier. He was here this morning.
Yeah.
When we booted him off the table, and he left straight from here and went to another pool room down the road. And practice, I'm pretty sure, maybe ate something in between, but practiced until this match was getting ready to start. So
did he practice all the way through? Pretty much.
I would
sure
have
he went
to bet
Chipotle.
on. Yeah, he ate for
he
sure.
He went Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we was talking. He played on a tight table over there.
Yeah.
So coming back here, it's going to feel like buckets.
Yeah.
It's not that these pockets are just absolutely huge, but they're standard size.
Yeah.
I mean, not like the other pool table is what I'm saying.
Right. No, I'm sure he got a stroke, and he got, by himself over there somewhat, I'm sure, and kind of got himself in the frame of mind he wants. Okay, what's the 8 and the 5 going to do? Looks like they're going to clear. He's going to have to make a decent shot, but he can just hold the cue ball there, pinch it back maybe a few inches. He won't come back past the 8, I don't think. No reason to do that, right, Sky?
Yeah, no reason. Just take your little cut on the 2. He jumped down a little quick on this.
Yeah, it's a shot he likes, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, he did cut it a bit, though.
Yeah, he hit it on the outside of the pocket. He could have hit it. It caught a little rail,
Yeah, and he got the most out of the cue ball, though.
And you could see it
Watch
in the way
this table now. It's definitely faster, in my opinion,
yeah.
coming towards the rack there.
You can see it in his stroke, though. He does feel a little more confident now after hitting a few balls at the break.
Yeah, well, yesterday we saw a few misses, but they were generally almost always very difficult shots. Today we've seen a few that, misses that were, really wouldn't expect, but he could just turn that to the side if he wanted. Just swivel it around. I was wondering if Dennis changed hats. Let's see which hat he's got on.
That Texas one.
The same one as yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering from day to day if he changed hats.
It looks like it says Austin
That's
on it.
way light there. I mean, don't get me wrong, the table's going to roll pretty good, but you can see a little flinch in the stroke there. He'll recover well, though. I'm sorry, Sky, what were you saying about?
I just said I think his hat says Austin.
Yes, he's got a few Texas hats. He's got a Houston hat, an Austin.
Yeah, you said San Antonio.
I think he's got a San Antonio as well. Now, you would think this, 18-game lead, of course, is huge, but if you just look at the score, 17-game, excuse me.
Oh, no. So it broke him pretty decent, but didn't get a shot. And we were talking, his cue ball, the way he spins it, it goes up table. And so his next object ball, the one he's supposed to make the one, but the two is always right there. And that's where his cue ball likes to go. So he's always flirting with being like right up on it a lot of times.
Yeah. And if he gets a kiss on the two, which usually when the two gets kissed, it stays down here underneath the rack, I think. Or it does it a lot, like Shane's last break.
A little hard there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. I know this sounds crazy, but, you may have to eye up this triple combination here. And you might land behind the 7, but this is a dangerous shot that could get away from you.
If you look from this angle, he's got a lot of cut on the 1 to hit the 2 into the 8, I think, right?
Yeah, you got to cut it, of course, but,
So I would
he's
say,
looking to go behind the 7 is what he's looking at.
Yeah.
No, this is the shot I'm telling you. He's looking at the combo, and that's the shot I would entertain for sure. That's a big ball down there, that 8. You're not going to cut it back toward the hole that much.
Because you're not really going to overcut the 2 either.
Yeah,
you're going to hit the outside.
You can, but
yeah,
you don't figure to. The 1's going to be shooting cross corner too. You could do a lot of things here with that shot. You could get lucky. I just wonder about the safety. I just don't. If it leaks out, you're going to be buried or you're going to give up a shot. You're going to be behind the 2. But I'll tell you what, normally Shane lays these shots down, don't he? But if he's got to get the 1 past the 2 ball, that's dangerous. See, so I might shoot this triple combination here, Sky.
And the way Shane has played today, what's wrong with shooting something? You can't question the guy the way he's played today.
That's the
if you
shot
got a
I'm
shot,
shooting.
shoot.
Yeah, that's the shot I'm shooting for
if
sure.
If you're 50-50, Shane, shoot it.
Yeah.
The way you've played today.
Yeah, besides he has to get the 1 by the 2, and that's real hard on the safe. And the 5's a little bit of a big ball coming 2 rails out of that corner, a little bit. If you want to get on that line to get him 3 rails behind the 7. So I think the triple combination is probably the shot. If he shoots it, there's going to be some movement. I like to see him shoot it. Now he's going with the safety, so he thinks he can get the 1 across. But if he gets the 1 across, he's really got to get the snooker behind the 7. The 1's going to get opened up. Yeah,
No,
this is
he
what.
playing. It looks good.
Yeah, he's got
to go a little.
Oh, I think it will. I think it will. Wow. How great is that? Knowing the one's going to be open, he's got to get the snooker.
Yeah.
Dennis is acting like he can maybe curve the ball a little. No, he's kicking 2 rails. Look, he's going to get lucky here. The 7's going to come down and snooker him. I think he's dead hooked here. Yeah, he's dead snookered. That was he kicked two rails and thinned the 1, cut the 1 backwards and went all the way around the table, and the 7 ended up in front of the cue ball. He's got a decent kick shot here, though.
Yeah, kick, and you might make it in the side, but if not, you bank the 1 up towards the end rail.
Yeah, I think this one a high ball. A lot of times you try to stick this a little with a little speed, but I think a high ball trying to roll it. Yeah, like that. Now I got away from him. It's not going to like this.
He wants that to go freeze on the rail because where the 8's at.
Yeah, he's giving up a shot.
Pretty good shot, and that's what Dennis needs to start back here.
Yeah, pick up a
after
few
the
games.
half,
Yeah. He doesn't have to win 10 in a row, but he needs a few spurts of like 5-1, 4-1 on games and stuff like that. 10 in a row wouldn't hurt, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
No, he's not very settled on this combo. I was wondering about that. I mean,
did he
looked like
miss-
he changed his mind, and now he's trapped.
Did he miss the whole 8 and it just wobbled?
That's amazing, right? Try that again, Sky.
Yeah.
Pool, I say it every day almost, especially when I'm around these events and get to watch a lot of matches. Pool is amazing. The things that can happen.
Yeah, it really is. I didn't think there was no way he would shoot a ball like the 1 by itself.
Just look at it right now. Go place it there with your hand and not try to hit the 8. That's a little tricky. Well, the 8 came backwards, so you'd have to suspect that was a good hit.
Right.
As if he would have double kissed it, he'd have probably followed the 1 in probably if he had caught the 8 and maybe kissed it again.
And everybody out there, if y'all want to watch the team match, don't forget to watch tomorrow. We play at 11 Central Time.
Oklahoma time.
Yeah, tomorrow. Finish watching Texas whoop Oklahoma out there,
Yeah, you guys played great today. It was. I feel like I'm gonna play a little better tomorrow. Trying to put the pressure on myself.
I didn't play the best.
I didn't think you played bad at all.
No, I had some good results.
First big miss, huh?
Yeah.
Kinda. I mean, I saw him miss another shot earlier on the 7, but it wasn't easy.
No, I think that a few misses from Shane. That's what Dennis needs to come alive a little bit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Shane has won.
Well, I bet you Shane's been playing with a little bit of food, probably the best of like 10 hours today.
He's won 26-7 just today.
Yeah.
Up 19 games from just today.
That's going to be a little overhit here. This is going to be funny. I mean, he got to just make it, but could get jacked up over the 9 here if he babies this a little bit. I don't think he will, though. Hit it perfect.
Yeah, he's starting to look more like Dennis. He's speed walking a little bit.
So, seems like we say this a lot of times in matches, but at this point, if you're Dennis, I mean, most of the players that I think, I mean, if you ask them a question like this, they might give you an answer, but when they're playing, they don't really think about it too. Ooh, look at this. Dang, that's a funny angle to get jacked up on now. He might just kind of really, sense this in a manner. But is there a number you look for if you're Dennis to try and, start day 3 with? Oh, my. He drew it, though.
Yeah, he really went for it. I wouldn't have. I'd have killed it right there by the side.
Yeah,
Took my shot on the 9.
Get an inch 2 off the rail, right?
How often is Dennis going to miss the ball from up there?
Exactly.
You only got to make the 8 from there.
Yeah, some of these guys sometimes just remind them how good they are, right?
Yeah.
Not saying you should be able to execute this better, but take on a little bit more of a shot on the next one.
So now he let Shane get going again. Shane's won this game and got a chance to keep going.
He still needs
more.
16. Shane still needs 16. But is there a number you're realistically looking at if you're in Dennis's corner to start day 3 with? Like, all right, you're down by 17 games right now.
I try to get to about 10 down.
That'd be awesome, right? 10 down would be awesome from here, right?
I think so, especially with Shane's playing and breaking. I think if you've got to try to just beat him like 2-1 from here, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get 2-1 from here, shoot. Actually, that would put him like tied, but.
Well, you know, what I see in these matches a lot of times, too, is it's kind of like the NBA with these great players. They always make a run, even when they're down big. So I wouldn't doubt that
in the
happen.
fourth quarter.
Yeah,
normally,
exactly.
Yeah.
They always make a run. They say it's the NBA. That's like one of the slogans almost. But with the great rotation players, it seems like almost the same case. Okay, and look for a cut break. Now, he didn't make one, but look how much travel he got on the object balls. I mean, it looked like a video game. They were all kind of crossing each other, going back and forth 2 rails around that head string.
Yeah. And that's what we were saying, like the way he hits the balls, he's not going to break illegal
He's shooting at this.
near as much as Dennis will break illegal.
He's shooting at this here.
Yeah.
Tough shot coming. Yeah. I don't know. He could have he had the 2 and 6 there. He could have really shaved off the right side of the 1 and got an easy snooker. But he was feeling good.
I don't mind the combo because it really didn't seem like all that bad. Like,
No.
it was pretty on,
yeah.
and he's pretty straight with it.
Yeah, well, I like seeing great players. You know, that's what they're supposed to do, make great shots. I like the aggressive part of the great players. That's probably the most fun thing to watch, is them be aggressive, you know.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of slow pull this back to about where the cue ball's at now, so, roughly. Now here you got a choice. You can come for the side. The 6 is real available, but you got to get up table for the 7. So I like the corner myself, but I guess it was so easy to come for the side, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
right.
so. Yeah, you had to come for the side. He can go right past the 6 for perfect shape.
Yeah, get on the right side of the 6. Yeah.
Eesh. What do you do now? Shoot in the corner?
He might shoot this in the corner. Or, I mean, you can
draw short side.
You can slow roll this in the side, but you would have to do it with left.
A lot of left, too, just to get to where a decent shot from about the head string maybe or a little bit above.
Yeah.
I think he's gotten funny here.
I think he has got a little funny.
He could bump the 7, not really much of an option, just shoot it with a little right English and bump the 7, but can you draw short side here?
Oh, I don't think so. I think you could use like 11 o'clock, and you can go up and down, but I don't like that either.
I think if you do that, you hit it that hard, you might hit the 7. You might deflect it. That's okay, though.
I think
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, as fast as table is, though, I think also with a smooth stroke,
you can
get more distance out of it. I learned that from some guy. I don't know.
All that spin turns into rotation.
Yeah, exactly.
It turns into roll. I mean, you know what I mean? At the end. All right, he's shooting this in the corner. I think that's probably the smart shot. That's another.
Take your medicine.
Well, that's a perfect example of realizing how great you are, knowing that, hey, I just got to knock this 7 in and everything else is okay. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything crazy. Yeah.
I think that all the time. I got to make one ball, and that's it.
Yeah.
I leave myself bad. I'm like, I got to make this one ball, and then the rest is.
Well, it kind of makes you focus on that one ball also, you know, like that's all your attention needs to be on anyways.
He chose the slow roll. I think I would have come up and down.
I
wouldn't
would have
slow
definitely hit it with, I'm sure, more pace.
Yeah, I think he could have hit it with more pace, and like the pace to hit it was
up and down.
The pace that you feel the most comfortable about. Just make the ball because the 8's laying right in front of the hole.
Exactly.
Just make the ball. So I think I would have put center high, and I would have hit it harder and been on the right side of the 9.
Man, I'm moving the rack every time with this shot.
You know, these two guys are the two of the worst about moving the rack.
What do you mean, not moving it?
Yeah, they don't move it.